जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी, जय राधा माधवा गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी, गोपी जन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी, गोपी जन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, जय श्री राधा माधव की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की, समावेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निते नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। वन्दे श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यं नित्यानन्दसहोदितौ गौडोदये पुष्पवन्तौ चित्रौ शम्दौ तमोनुदौ वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Nashta Prayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavat Yuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devake Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Please repeat this verse. Yat Kirtanam Yat Smaranam Yadikshanam Yat Bandhanam Yat Shravanam Yadarhanam Lokasya Sadhyo Vidhunoti Kalmasham Tasmai Subhadra Shravase Namo Namaha. Yat Kirtanam Yat Smaranam Yadikshanam Yat Vandhanam Yat Shravanam Yadarhanam Lokasya Sadhyo Vidhunoti Kalmasham Tasmai Subhadra Shravase Namo Namaha. All Prabhujis together, you can recite. Yat Kirtanam Yat Smaranam Yadikshanam Yat Vandhanam Yat Shravanam Yadarhanam Lokasya Sadhyo Vidhunoti Kalmasham Tasmai Subhadra Shravase Namo Namaha. All Matajis together now.
Yat Kirtanam Yat Smaranam Yadikshanam Yat Vandhanam Yat Shravanam Yadarhanam Lokasya Sadhyo Vidhunoti Kalmasham Tasmai Subhadra Shravase Namo Namaha.
Bhattacharya Prabhu, you can read that word to word.
Let me offer my respectful obeisances
Yes.
to all auspicious Lord Krishna, about whom glorification, remembrances, audience, prayers, hearing, and worship can at once cleanse the effects of all sins of the Lord.
Yeah. So this is a translation. You can see the words used here. Yat Kirtanam. 6 items are mentioned here. One is glorification of the Lord, Kirtanam. Smaranam is remembrance of the Lord. Ikshanam is taking darshan of the deities of the Lord. Yat Vandhanam, offering prayers to the deities of the Lord. Yat Shravanam, hearing about the Lord. And Arhanam, worshipping the Lord like a pujari worships the deity. Worshipping the Lord. 6 items are mentioned. Kirtanam, Smaranam, Ikshanam, Vandhanam, Shravanam, Arhanam. And what happens if one does these 6 things? Lokasya vidunoti kalmasham sadhya means immediately the kalmash in their heart is destroyed. All the impurities, effects of sins are destroyed. Anyone who does these items. Tasmai subhadrashravase namo namaha. And that Supreme Lord whose glories are heard all over the world. I bow down myself I offer my namaskar to that Lord. Like that Shukadeva Goswami is saying. So, purport Prabhu. Yeah. The sublime form.
The sublime form of religious performances free oneself from all reactions of sins is suggested herein by the great authorities Sri Sukadeva.
Greatest authority.
Greatest authority by Sri Sukadeva Goswami. Kirtana or glorifying the Lord can be performed in any kind of way, very many ways, such as remembering, visiting the temple to see the deity, offering prayers in front of the Lord, hearing the recitation of glorification of the Lord as they are mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam or in Bhagavad Gita. Kirtana can be performed both by singing the glories of the Lord in accompaniment with melodious music and by the recitation of scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita.
The scope of the word Kirtanam is explained here. He says here that, even if you praise the Lord, or like Kunti Maharani is offering prayers, isn't it? Glorifying the Lord. Similarly, we can remember the Lord or visit the temple and see the Lord, and also offering prayers, all these things. There are various ways you can do. And all these are glorification. Glorification is not only speaking the Bhagavatam class, but also singing with Mridangam and Kartal. That's also glorification. Doing Nam Japam is also glorification. So, Lord is glorified in various ways, like this he says. In the next paragraph, what he says? The devotees?
The devotees need not be disappointed in physical absence of the Lord, though they may think it will not be.
Not though is not there. Though is not here. It's there, huh? You can read this one? Yeah. This is 2025. Yeah. Yes.
The devotee need not be disappointed in the physical absence of the Lord, thinking they are not associating with Him. The devotional process of chanting, hearing, remembering, etc., either all or some of them, or even one of them, can give us the desired results of associating with the Lord by discharging the transcendental loving service of the Lord in a above manner. Even the very sound of the holy name of the Lord Krishna or Rama can at once surcharge the atmosphere spiritually. We must know definitely that the Lord is present wherever such pure transcendental service is performed, and thus the performer of offenseless Kirtana has positive association with the Lord. Similarly, remembrance and prayers also can give us the desired result if they are properly done under the expert guidance. One should not concoct forms of devotional service. One may worship the form of the Lord in a temple, or one may impersonally offer the Lord devotional prayers in a mosque or church. One is sure to get free from the reactions of sin, provided one is very careful about not committing sins willingly in expectation of getting free from the reactions of sin by worshipping in the temple or by offering prayers in the church. The mentality
of sins.
Okay,
let us say, the mentality of committing sins.
The mentality of committing sins willfully on the strength of the devotional service is called Nama Balat Namo
Namno Balat Yasahi Papa Buddhi.
And it is the greatest offense in discharge of the devotional service. Hearing, therefore, is essential in order to keep oneself strictly on guard against such pitfalls of sins. And in order to give special stress to the hearing process, the Goswami invokes all auspicious fortune in this matter.
Yeah. That's a very, very beautiful verse. See, there are 6 activities mentioned here, you see. Shravanam. Is it big enough for all of you can see them? Yeah. See, Shravanam is the first aspect in the Navaveda Bhakti, correct, no? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. So if we do Shravan and Kirtan, that Smaran will increase by that. By remembering the Lord. You see, 3 things are mentioned here, if you see. Without hearing Shastra and without hearing the pure devotees' teachings, instructions and other things, what will happen? Our Smarana may become sentimental. And our kirtan may become a musical entertainment. And our arhana worship may become ritualistic. These three are very important statements. You see? So, this gives us some clue of the quality of how the smarana, kirtana, arhana, everything should be done. So, there are many people who claim that Lord came in my dream, and they say, I went to a temple and some flower garland fell, or one flower fell from the deities. I think Lord put the flower down for me only. Some people say like that. And people, Lord came in my dream and told me this. Like one man told Prabhupada that, Swamiji, you came in my dream. Prabhupada said, really? What did I tell you? He said, Prabhupada, you told me that no problem, you can smoke. And you can chant also. Prabhupada said, that's not me, that's a ghost, he said. So, because whatever I spoke to you in the night, it should be in line with what I have given in my purports. Why are you just imagining something? So, there are many Sahajya people. Nowadays, many people are attracted to Vrindavan, and many families go, some people even buy a house also in Vrindavan. And they think you just chant Radha, 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 and then you will become Radhamayam, Krishnamayam. They think like that. But is simply merely uttering Radha without properly having a basic foundational understanding of the philosophy. It can be very dangerous. There is one verse which says, Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatriki Vidim Vina Aikantiki Harer Bhaktai Utpatayaiva Kalpate, he says. Which means, if you don't study the Shastras properly, most importantly for us, Shastra means Prabhupada's books. So start with small books, medium books, bigger books, and then Gita, Bhagavatam and CC. This is our Shastra for us. So when we daily take in some, at least half an hour to 1 hour of some Bhaktivedanta purports into our system, and then keep thinking about it, processing it, then you have Akshata Vishayam. Prabhupada uses this word. Akshata Vishayam Samadhi Bhagyam. This word comes in the 3rd canto, where the Kumaras and Jaya Vijay, they saw Lord Vishnu. It's called as Akshata Vishayam, means he is actually the subject matter for our eyes. Who? The Lord's form. Samadhi Bhagya means he is the ultimate fruit of our meditation to be obtained. So unless we know about the nature of Lord, His qualities, His behavior and dealings with devotees, we won't have any substance to meditate upon, to remember about. Let us take a few examples, think about it, like if you see Kunti Maharani is thinking about Vishan Mahagne Purushada Darshanan Asatsa Bhaya Vanavasa Krachrataha Mridhe Mridhe Neka Maharatastrato Draunyastrataschaashma Hare Virakshitaha. Here she is gratefully thanking Krishna in all the dangerous circumstances how Krishna was present. Bhima was fed with poison by Duryodhana. Draupadi was insulted in a public assembly. Pandavas were cheated by gambling match and driven away to jungle. And they were put in Varana with Lakshagaraha and they were about to be burned alive. They were saved. Or they were given a cheating property of the Kandava Prastha, which Krishna turned into Indraprastha. So she is telling in all these instances, my dear Krishna, wherever you put your hand, you touched it, it became divine, transcendental, special, extraordinary. Where there is Krishna touch. So she is saying that you protected my children Pandavas, I am very grateful to you. So, which means she is remembering tangible, practical instances of how Krishna, either directly or through his devotees like Vidura, how he arranged for the protection of the Pandavas. Similarly, later on you will find Kunti is telling how Krishna is supreme. He is sitting in his chariot and suddenly you find that 2 Brahmastras came, one to kill the Pandavas and another one went into the womb of Uttara to kill the child. What's his name? Parikshit. And effortlessly Krishna took his chakra and finished off one of the Brahmastras. Other one, he entered into the womb of Uttara and with a mace in the hand, he rotated it and went round and round and protected the child Parikshit. And all this was observed by Kunti. She is telling that Alakshyam Sarva Bhutanam Antar Bahir Avastitam. You are inside the womb you are protecting, and outside you are protecting Pandavas. What a magical job you are doing. Huh? And you don't have to get up from your chariot and get down and run anywhere to do all this activity. You are just sitting and smiling, and all this is happening. You can expand into any number of forms. Isn't it? So she is talking about Krishna's supremacy and his effortlessly protecting the devotees. So, and also later she is telling, Neyam so vishyate tatra yatedanim gadadhara swapadair ankita bhati swalakshana vilakshitaihi. And then one more verse is saying, Imajana padasvriddaha supakvaushadi virudaha panadrinadi yudanvanto hedante tava vikshitai. She is telling, tava vikshitai means by your glance, in the nature there is greenery everywhere, there is also flowers, there are fruits, and the rivers are full of water, and the cows' udders are full of milk, the mountains are full of minerals like gold, silver, diamond and everything. Everything looks very beautiful. It's all by your glance. Your two eyes, the sun and the moon are glancing at the nature. And that's called Maya Adhyakshan Prakriti, by which the sun produces the rain shower and the rains, and the moon fills up all the fruits and vegetables with juices. So she is able to see Krishna's hand and everything in this world. And she is expressing her gratitude. So not only in her personal life, even in nature she is able to see Krishna's hand. And she is telling that, Krishna, your footprints have made Hastinapuram very auspicious. Now that you are going back to Dwaraka, it will no more be auspicious, she is telling. That means she feels the need for Krishna, dependence on Krishna, want. It's called as Govinda want, Prabhupada says. Shunyayitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahename. Without you, our life cannot be auspicious, she is telling. Many times in our conditioned stage, we don't feel the need for Krishna. In fact, people mostly, they want to include God in their program to fulfill their own plans and desires and material, leanings. Whereas she is telling that without you, our life is inauspicious, she is saying. So, in this way, first level of gratitude is to see how Krishna is doing something for me. Because we all are very fond of one person, which is ourselves only. Correct, no? We are all very fond of the person whom we see in the mirror. Correct, no? So, therefore, this is the first level of gratitude. You think about what Krishna has done for me. Then the next level of gratitude she is expressing also, where she is telling, Apare vasudevasya devakyam yachito bjagat ajastvam masya kshemaya vadaya ja surat bisham. Now she is talking about others, like talking about Vasudeva and Devaki. Not only you are doing favor for us, Krishna, you are also doing favor for many, many devotees, like Vasudeva and Devaki. Not only that, Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. What wonderful, playful, sportive pastimes you performed for the pleasure of Nanda Yashoda. How blessed are they? You became their child. And you performed such amazing pastimes of stealing butter, lifting the Govardhan hill, dancing on Kaliya's hoods. So many things you did in Vrindavan, killing so many demons. So in this way, you also are a pleasure giver to the cows. Govinda. You're called Govinda. You give pleasure to the earth by walking barefoot. You give pleasure to the cows by tending them to the forest. You give pleasure to the senses of your devotees by filling their hearts and minds with your fond remembrance and the qualities and divine qualities of yours. In this way, she is now thinking about how Krishna's mercy is manifesting in the lives of devotees. This is a higher form of gratitude. How wonderful these devotees are, because these devotees are manifesting Krishna's mercy in their lives. So that is even a higher form. Then with such devotees, how can we find fault with such devotees? We will be able to appreciate those devotees, other devotees. Then, not only you see Krishna's hand in your life, or you are talking about Krishna's, mercy in other lives of other devotees, fellow devotees, or Krishna's hand in the nature. Greater than both these things is appreciating Krishna's qualities and his beauty, his sweetness, his magnetic behavior qualities. That in and of itself, Krishna is very special. Therefore, that famous song, Adaram Maduram vadanam madhuram. That whole song talks about Krishna's madhurata, correct, no? So that is the highest level of, understanding of God. That means God doesn't have to do anything for you to win your heart. He himself is wonderful. Everything about him is wonderful. His walking is wonderful. His smiling is wonderful. His eyes are wonderful. His heart is like a golden heart, how he received Sudama, how he dealt. His Gita is wonderful, Gitam. His Pitambar is very wonderful. Vishnu Pitamaha appreciated the Pitambar of Krishna. Vapurala kakulavrita nabjam. What is that verse? In one of the verses he says, Bhishma, while glorifying Krishna, he says that your Pitambar in the battlefield is shining when you are taking the wheel in your hand and charging towards me. Isn't it? Vapurala kakula vrtananabjam vijaya sakera tera astumena vadya. In that verse he says. So, his Pitambar is Gitam Madhuram, Pitam Madhuram, Bhuktam Madhuram. Even his eating is beautiful to watch. The devotee doesn't say that you are giving me food to eat, thank you. No. Your own eating is very beautiful to watch. Who is the personality of God? Who is a great eater? Who? Jagannath. Jagannath is eating God. Even Gitam Madhuram, Pitam Madhuram, Bhuktam Madhuram, Suptam Madhuram. Suptam means sleeping. Even your sleeping is beautiful to watch. Like that. Maybe I can show you a picture of Krishna sleeping. Every aspect. Sundaranpu, you are able to see all of you? PPT?
Yes, Lord.
Okay. Adaram Madhuram Vadanam Madhuram. Everybody?
Adaram Madhuram Vadanam Madhuram.
Nayanam Madhuram Hasitam Madhuram.
Nayanam Madhuram Hasitam Madhuram.
Hridayam Madhuram Gamanam Madhuram.
Hridayam Madhuram Gamanam Madhuram.
Madhuradhipate Rakhilam Madhuram.
Madhuradhipate Rakhilam Madhuram.
See, when he is playing on his flute in the moonlit night, his lips are shining beautifully. And his face is like a full moon, Vrindavan Chandra. And his eyes are like a lotus petal, Kamala Nayanam. His smile is beautiful. His loving glances and beautiful smiles and his curly locks of hair, all these are glorified. And his heart is beautiful because he has a loving heart, free from exploitative mentality. And he is walking behind the cows, tending them to the forest, is also very beautiful. Venur madhuro, venur madhuraha.
Venur madhuro, venur madhura.
Panir madhura, padav madhura.
Panir madhura, padav madhura.
Nrityam madhuram, sakhyam madhuram.
Nrityam madhuram, sakyam madhuram.
Madhuradhipater akilam madhuram.
Madhuradhipate akilam madhuram.
Madhuradhipater akilam madhuram.
Madhuradhipate akilam madhuram.
See, when he plays on the flute, it charms even Brahma and all the rishis in the caves. It charms even the demigods and goddesses flying in the sky. They come down to Vrindavan. It charms the cows and calves and deers and peacocks and monkeys and Yamuna and trees and plants. Everybody is shivering in ecstasy. He plays on his flute. And his Renur Madhura, means his lotus feet dust, is very powerful in delivering conditioned souls and liberating them from this world and taking them back to Godhead. Panir Madhura, with his hand, Lord Vishnu touched the head of Prahalad as Narsimha, isn't it? Sapadamulam patitam tamarbakam vilokya deva kripaya pariplutah Uttapyatat Shirshni Adadat Karam Bhujam is saying, and the head of Prahlad, when Lord kept the hand, immediately Prahlad became cleansed completely. Similarly, he kept the shank on the head of another small boy. What's his name? Dhruva. Dhruva became purified. So Lord's touch of his hands has purified so many. Like that. So Panir Madhura, Padav Madhura, his lotus feet is very powerful because it is it's producing Ganga and is massaged by Lakshmi always. Nritya Madhuram is dancing on the wheels of Kaliya is very beautiful to look at by all the devotees. Sakya Madhuram, his friendship with Krishna is very wonderful. Geetam Madhuram, Tetam Madhuram.
Geetam Madhuram, Geetam Madhuram.
So his Bhagavad Gita is sweet. And even today, after 5,000 years, it's being recited and explained so much. And his Pitambar is also very beautifully shining in the battle of Kurukshetra. Bhuktam Madhuram, Suptam Madhuram.
Bhuktam Madhuram, Suptam Madhuram.
So I was telling this is when baby Krishna is sleeping, many Yashoda's assistants come to see this beautiful child. Imagine if somebody comes to our house to meet us and they come to know that we are sleeping, they go away. They don't look at the sleeping person. Do they come inside and say, how you are sleeping? They won't say. Whereas when Krishna is sleeping, everybody want to watch. Lord Ranganatha is lying in Srirangam and so many thousands and millions of people come to see the sleeping Lord. So eating Lord and sleeping Lord, correct? Even that is very beautiful. Rupam Madhuram Tilakam Madhuram.
Rupam Madhuram, Tilakam Madhuram.
Madhuradipater Akilam Madhuram.
Madhuradipater Akilam Madhuram.
Madhuradipater Akilam Madhuram.
Madhuradipater Akilam Madhuram.
So you got an idea now what I am talking about. So that is why, without hearing from the Shastra, the two types of information is very important from the Shastra. One is the greatness of the Lord and sweetness of the Lord. Now what we discussed was called sweetness. But before hearing about sweetness, we have to hear about greatness, like Vishwarupa Darshanam. We should hear Lord killing all the demons. We should hear about Virat Purusha. We should understand. We should read the Bhagavad Gita. Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, Karma. When you hear about those things, then at the end of hearing the Bhagavad Gita, we will find ourselves in Krishna's lotus feet. How small we are and how great He is. At that time, then we can enter into Srimad Bhagavatam and learn about His sweetness. So, by hearing from the Shastra and reading the purports of pure devotees like Prabhupada, then our smarana will be powerful. Remembrance of the Lord. We should first hear and then remember. Otherwise, without hearing, we will be imagining so many things in the mind. Our hearing may become sentimental. There are many people who go to Vrindavan. Some people are wearing a peacock feather. Some people dress like a Saki. So many things, natak they are doing. Because they have not heard properly. Our Srila Prabhupada. So I would suggest you to do read one Homer purport. It is 1.836. You can note down that. 1.8.36. At your leisurely, you can read that will give you some very good understanding of this. Very important. Without proper hearing, our remembrance may become sentimental. Kirtana may become just for musical entertainment. Nowadays, a lot of people across the globe are eager for doing Kirtan and Kirtan Mela and things like that, which is very good. The eagerness is good. At the same time, the Kirtan should be done with a certain type of mood and attitude, which I am going to show you very soon. What mood is required in doing Kirtan? It is not, it's not meant to give pleasure to the singer. Sometimes there is a competition even in a community. Who will sing in the prime time? Like prime time, everybody knows. And the Abhishekam is going to be there and lot of people are competing. Please, our team wants to sing. Put our name. Other team is saying, no, we want to sing. Mataji's group is saying, we will sing. Prabhuji's group is saying, we will sing. Competition. Why? How suddenly their Bhakti Bhava has increased so much? That is Is it Bhakti Bhava or some other Bhava? Aham Bhava. Huh? So, therefore, it is not a performance. There was one time, one purport based on that I was speaking on this. Bhakti is not a performance for displaying to the world outside. Bhakti is actually feelingly offered, service to the Supreme Lord for His attention. The Lord is pleased with the devotee, life is successful for a devotee. Outside people may or may not know who we are. So, like you heard about that, one Tansen, musician of Akbar. Akbar went with him to meet one pure devotee. There was a bhajan going on, a lot of people were attending that. And Akbar had tears welling up in his eyes, and he said, "What a melodiously sung, what a sincerely sung song. I was touched," he said. Then he asked Tansen, "You sing for me every day, but I don't feel like there are such feelings. Why?" Tansen said, "Badshah, I am singing for your pleasure, whereas that pure devotee is singing for Lord's pleasure." He said. So, bhakti is actually, bhajan is done for the Supreme Lord's pleasure. Similarly, arhana means the worship should not become ritualistic. What is ritualistic worship? Sometimes you see a pujari, agarpati, gila, like that they do, and finish off the puja, done for today. That type of worship doesn't please the Lord. In fact, even the Vedic chant was putting baby Krishna to sleep. In which pastime? Shakatasura. You will read that Shakatasura pastime. Baby Krishna saw that the Vedic chant is being done. Krishna was dozing. Krishna said, "Okay, you guys keep chanting, I am going to sleep now." On the other hand, if even the gopis like Yashoda's friends, Nanda Baba, they are lovingly tending to Krishna, Krishna is wide awake. In fact, Yashoda put him to sleep and went to attend to other things. He got up and created a big commotion there in order to get the attention of his pure devotees. Similarly, Sudama took some chipped rice, Krishna grabbed and took it from him. If something is lovingly offered, Krishna will grab and take it. And something is offered ritualistically, Krishna is not pleased. Let me give you an example for this. See, I get many season's greetings from many companies. You have seen that? Season's greetings. If a season greeting comes by email to you or in your WhatsApp to you, are you very much touched by it? Or if somebody writes a personal note to you, say they got some small card, $1 card, and in that they wrote, "Thank you very much for all that you have done for me. I am grateful to you. Because of your association, I could do this," or something like that. A handwritten thing they give you. On the other hand, it may not have any picture also. It may just be a small chit. On the other hand, season greeting may be nicely designed. But you know that the season's greeting is going for 1,00,000 people. 1,00,000 people are 50,000 people. And for you also it is being sent in a very ritualistic manner. Correct, no? So, which one pleases you? The season's greetings or the small chit written by a friend? Correct, no? Because it is personally offered to you, isn't it? So, the offering also, like you are offering in chill winter, you are offering water to the Lord, you have to offer hot water. If it is a hot summer, you have to offer cold water to the Lord, isn't it? If it is chill, cold winter, you are offering arati, you don't use the peacock feather because it will be very cold, isn't it? Like this Varadaraja Perumal in Kanchipuram. There was Varadaraja had one great devotee called Kanchipurna. He would always do chamar for the Lord. Lord was so touched by his devotion. One day, Lord snatched from his plate and ate some prasad. He became very angry with the Lord. "What is this? We are supposed to eat your Mahaprasad. You are taking my Maha you are taking." So he became transcendently upset with the Lord. And he left, Kanchipuram, and he went to, Srirangam. So Srirangam, he thought, now let me serve who in Srirangam? Ranganath. So he went and started massaging the feet of Ranganath. Ranganath said, "Kanchipurna, what is this? Already Lakshmi is massaging my feet. If you also massage, I will start feeling pain in my feet. Too much massaging is not required." Then he asked, "Then what do you want me to do?" He said, "Go back to Kanchipuram," he said. Then he thought, "Oh, Lord is tricking me. I think Varadaraja is same as, Srirangam, Ranganath. So he is tricking me to come back." Instead of going to Kanchipuram, he went to Tirupati hills. And he took a peacock feather and started doing, giving a hat to the Lord. Lord Balaji spoke to him. Kanchipurna, already I am on a hilltop, it's very cold. If you are doing chamar like this for me, what will happen? I will feel even more cold. Then he said, what I should do? He said, go back to Kanchipuram. Then immediately went back to Kanchipuram after that. So, the Lord, you can see how he deals with his devotees because he offered so lovingly, whether it is Balaji or Ranganath or Badraj, they all accepted his service. They were touched by his service. So, service should be done putting our heart. Anything we do, it shouldn't be done in a ritualistic fashion. And it should also be done for the Lord's pleasure. Sometimes there is a competition amongst devotees to dress the deity on a festival day because they know that the deities will be watched by lots of people. And one time there were two pujaris having a competition that they both wanted to dress the main deities on the same festival day. Finally the manager said one of them can dress. But the other one was coming and watching and saying that this is not proper, that's not proper. He was telling. Later on, one of the Swamis who was commenting about this, he said, what are we dressing? Are we dressing the Lord or are we dressing our own false ego? He asked. So it's very important that we keep the Lord in the center. So the Kirtanam reinforces Shravanam and makes Smaranam easier, you see. Actually, the more we glorify the Lord, then we hear more and more, and then Smaranam becomes better. You see, Yakshanam is not a passive tourist activity, you see. It is active reception of the Lord's form. It is visual Shravana. You know the famous example when Prabhupada was in one of the places, his Guru was, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was taking a yatra. At that time, Sheshashayi Vishnu Darshan was available and all the devotees were announced. Anybody want to go for Sheshashayi Vishnu Darshan, you can go. And others who are not planning to go, you can stay back and there will be a lecture by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Correct, no? So what did our Abhay Babu do? Our Srila Prabhupada, what he did? He stayed back. He said, although I stayed back and I couldn't understand fully what my Guru Maharaj was speaking, he was speaking very technically. I was sure that the sound vibration will purify my heart. I stayed back and heard. Otherwise, if I go and see Sheshashayi Vishnu, what darshan will I get? Simply looking at the deity. So there is something called as yatra tendency, we call it. What is yatra tendency? Narottam Thakur condemns this. Eagerness for Chardham Yatra, this Yatra, that Yatra. People go round and round and round to many holy places because they want to go to new places and see new things and then get some new experience without developing their genuine devotion in their hearts. That type of yatirtha buddhi, salile nakarheche janeshva vigneshu sayeva gokaraha. The Bhagavatam in one verse it says, Narottam Thakur says it a little mildly. He says that going for holy places for roaming and watching this, watching that is like a mental speculation, he says, one place. And the Bhagavatam says it's like a cow or an ass. It says if somebody goes to a holy place without hearing anything about the Lord, simply going to a holy place or watching this, watching that, he says. Therefore we say, Gaura amara sesabastana korelo brahmana range sesabastana herivoami pranaye bhakata sange shuddha bhakata charana renu bhajana anukula bhakata seva parama siddhi premalati karamula. Correct, no? What he says in that song? He says, Gaura Amar Sesabastana. I will go to all the holy places where Lord Chaitanya has gone. And how will I go? Sesabastana Heribo Ami Pranayi Bhakata Sangha. I will go in the association of devotees. Because devotees will open my eyes and help me to see the glory of the Lord in that particular holy place. Then it will become revealed to us. Otherwise, on my own, I won't be able to understand what is the significance of that place. So, like there are many people who go to, Shiva Sangan in Mayapur. If you just go there, take some pictures, stand here, stand there and come back, you will not gain much. One time when we went for Yatra, 5 o'clock the Kirtan started and then ended at 7:30. After that, another 3-4 hours there was lecture till 11 o'clock or something. The whole Mahaprakash Leela was spoken. After hearing that, His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj, His Holiness Ranath Maharaj, they were all speaking. So when we heard that, then we understood the significance of that place. It's a Rasasthali. It's the same place where Chaitanya danced with so many pure devotees. You have to hear the katha of a place. So the Shravanam will give us Ikshanam. It's called a Shruta Ikshita Path. First, Shruta means hear. Ikshita means to see. So we have to see through the ears. How we should see? See through the ears. You will say, how can we see through the ears? Yes, by hearing. See, in Sanskrit there are two words, darshan. Darshan means to see. Darshan also means philosophy. Correct, no? So philosophy is heard through the ears, and then you can see the truth. Say, you go to a chemistry laboratory. There is a glass of some glass kept. It looks like a lemon juice because right next to the glass there are 2 lemon pieces cut and squeezed out. So you are very thirsty. It's a hot sunny day. So can you go and drink that glass of glass kept there, or you should better check with somebody. But anyway, the lemon pieces are also there next to it only. So you are about to drink it, and the laboratory wala comes. You ask him, hey, can I take this lemon juice you kept here? He says, sir, that's not lemon juice, this is acid. If you put in your tongue, you'll get a hole in the tongue. Then you may be shocked. But why these lemon pieces are there? You say, sir, I just finished my lunch. I finished my lunch, and I'm preparing solution for the experiment. So I have kept it in my say. So in this way, what you did, you didn't believe your eyes. You believed your ears. You heard from him and then you saw it. After hearing from him, you saw the glass as what? Acid. Before hearing from him, you saw it as? Yes, that's the point. After hearing Shastra, we should see the world around. Not with our own charma chakshu, ordinary eyes. Yeah. One another very important point is mentioned here. Okay, before we come to this, I will show you another thing. Is it big enough for you all can see it? See, to make our heart holy, not only we should be externally clean, but we have to be internally pure. Not just externally clean, but also internally pure. See here, the holy name does not manifest in a heart that is impure with offenses. Harinam Chintamani says that. So I have made a comparison between two things. You see, the Lord manifests in the heart of a clean devotee. Nahi kalyana kaschit durgatim tadagatsya, Krishna says. So, actually, those devotees are performing the pure devotional service. Lord becomes very pleased with them. Therefore, we are learning this. See this table. Let me. So, two of you can read it. One of you read about the unholy heart. Other one read the holy heart. Okay? Two of you. One read this side, one read that side. Yeah, two of you read. Yeah.
Unholy heart finds faults in others.
Yeah, that's the other side.
See our own fault and praise for others.
Yeah.
Unholy heart reacts with pride when corrected. Faithful for correction. Attached to position, seva. Attached to the Krishna regardless of the position. Busy in service but no inner prayer life. Service flows from inner connection. Feels dry in chanting. Feels prayerful, dependent, fulfilled.
Yeah. So, this is a very important table. Although it looks small, it has very deep import. See here, if I am always finding fault with others, that means Makshika avranam ichanti, madhum ichanti, madhupaha, it is said. The honey bees are always looking for honey, whereas the fly always looks for stool, correct, no? So we should look for, the sunny side, look at the good side of people and fan it. Like Prabhupada saw the hippies. And he saw the spark of Krishna consciousness in their heart. And then he fanned it and brought it out in a big way. Haridas Thakur saw that good quality in that prostitute, that 3 days she is sitting and hearing the holy name, and then he magnified it and made her a pure devotee. Rather than find the fault that she is a prostitute, or Prabhupada never said these are useless hippies, he didn't say that. So instead of finding fault in others, holy heart is one where we find fault with ourselves and we pray for others. Similarly, if somebody gives feedback, what is our response? We have to check. People say, what did you say? You are giving feedback? Now we retaliate back, like a boxer. That boxer punches on your nose, you punch back on his nose. So that is a normal behavior in the conditioned souls. Whereas a holy heart means, if my heart is becoming purer, then I'll be grateful for correction. Thank you for giving me an input so I can become a better devotee. And similarly, somebody is attached to some post or position or service. Like I remember there is one man used to give dress for one festival day. Some Balram Jayanti or something like that. Maybe 4 years, 5 years he has been giving. So that family became famous that this particular festival, Radhashyami or Balram Jayanti, they will only give dress for the deity. And they will only sponsor the feast. The name became like that. But after 4 years, there was another family, big family, they also wanted to give for the deity dress. So this family said, no. Ye hamara naam mein hai. This is our festival. Our family is known for last 4 years, we only have to give every time. So he was told that, Prabhu, you are an older devotee and you are strongly connected. But somebody else is upcoming devotee, let them get a chance also. And he was told the example of Jambavan. See, Jambavan gave a chance to our Hanuman, correct, no? To fly and find out about Sita. So let him sponsor the dress this time. So we can actually do service, but sometimes we should not adamantly be attached to one service and not be willing to do another service, right? On the other hand, a holy heart means not attached to position or service, it is attached to Krishna, regardless of position. Whatever, see our Satyasar Prabhu, he was in Microsoft working in Seattle, almost 17 years. I heard that he connected more than 40-45 devotees became initiated in the Microsoft. And nice preaching he did. Then his spiritual master told him, now I want you to go to Austin and go to Texas and there you do preaching. So he was ready to just switch over, leave that job and go here. Wherever you are given, you are attached to the order of Guru and Krishna, you just move anywhere you are told. So then he is developing here very wonderfully. Yesterday I saw the American students preaching, such a wonderful. I was telling him today morning that Krishna is working through you very powerfully. This couple, husband and wife, they are such dedicated devotees, Satyasarpu and his good wife. So if you are attached to Krishna and Guru's instruction, then Krishna will use you like a wire in which electricity passes, like that mercy can pass through you. So many people can benefit by that. See, imagine 2 wires lying on the floor. One wire is connected to the socket, another wire is not connected. What is the difference? That which is connected to the socket will have electricity. Correct, no? Other one which is lying has no Shakti, no power. So we have to connect to the Guru Parampara like that wire. Then we become like a live wire, you see. Then many things, like Prahalad was connected to Lord Vishnu. So powerful things happen through him. So we have to increase our becoming a better and better conductor of the Parampara mercy. We don't have to do big things. We just remain connected and aligned. Connection and alignment, that will do great things through us. And another point is said here, unholy heart means busy in service but no inner prayer life. This is a very famous thing. Many times, even in ISKCON society, sometimes our life becomes super busy. Anybody has experience our life becomes super busy and no time? Anybody has experience? Correct? Only half of you. Others have more time, I think it's available. Isn't it? So, but at the same time, it's not that you don't have to be in service. You have to do service. But there are 2 ways service can be done. Our service can be conducted according to passion and ignorance, or our service may be conducted by the internal motivation, by taking shelter of Antaranga Shakti. Like how do you know Antaranga Shakti is acting in somebody's life, like Arjuna says, Karishye Vachanam Tava. So he's conducted by Krishna, Arjuna. He's doing great things. So our services should sprout from inside out. Outside in means that service which is done in great proportion for popularity, for fame and name, fame, glory, same old story we say, no? That is actually busy bee, but driven by passion and ignorance. That is useless. And anyway, even if you're passionately doing, eventually you'll be purified in Krishna consciousness. Like once devotee had distributed some 71 books. Next day morning they were announcing in the Mangalarti time, so-and-so Prabhu distributed 21 books. They were announcing. That devotee pushed everybody aside and shook the shoulder of the devotee was announcing, Prabhuji, it's not 21, it is 71, because while writing it looked like 21. He said. So some 2-3 other devotees got disturbed. So on that day Gauranga Prabhu had come to Pune. I told Gauranga Prabhu during Prasad, see, some devotees are asking me, why this fellow pushed through the crowd, pushing all the devotees and shook the hand of the fellow. Deities know what score he got, even without telling, correct, no? Whether he told 21 or 71 deities, Krishna knows everything. Why is he so passionate in pushing and making his score announced? Gauranga Prabhu took it very lightly. Gauranga Prabhu said, see, earlier this fellow might have been counting cricket score, now he is counting book score. After some time he will stop counting any score, he said. So in the beginning of spiritual life, we are more eager for becoming self-centered. But after we advance, then we want to put Krishna in the center. Unholy heart feels dry in chanting. Why it feels dry in chanting? Because one is not able to, one is very self-centered. That's why it feels dry. When one is prayerful, dependent and fulfilled, then Krishna is the center, one will get the great juice of Krishna consciousness. It's getting late now. So I will share these notes with Satyasar Prabhu, he will. And I will also put in Sundaranand Prabhu's WhatsApp. So they will send you these notes. It's a big notes. Many nice points are there, practical applications are there for this verse. I have also answered questions like why even senior devotees fall down. So there's a nice explanation. You can go through that. Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki. So there, I think in East Coast it must be 9:30. I think now. Correct, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, correct.
Nah, very sorry. See, Vrindanandini Mataji and one more yesterday had 2 questions. One more devotee. Who was that? I think. Was it Paramatma Prabhu or yesterday? Who was that? 2 devotees had questions. Maybe I can answer in the next class. It's very late for all of you. Huh?
Sure. I'll send a message to the group, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah. I said I will begin with their questions today, but then I realized I am in Austin now. Today we have another group of devotees here. That's why I couldn't answer their questions. In case they sent you the questions, you can forward it to me. I will answer them.
Sure.
Yeah. So these 2 notes, I'll put it for you, Prabhu, in this thing in your WhatsApp. So here we are going to have 5-10 minutes. You can have questions. We're going to have, if any of you have time to stay, you stay. Otherwise, you can carry on. Okay? Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, I have a question.
Okay.
Before coming to Krishna consciousness, I was doing some precious attention. That is my action on every day. And practice. So slowly in Krishna consciousness, the chanting takes the lead in the morning. Guru Bandha takes the lead. So after doing all those things, I don't have time to.
Yeah, correct. But you are Brahman initiated? You are Brahman initiated now in ISKCON?
No, no.
When you get initiated in ISKCON, you will do the 7 Gayatris, you will do. That is enough. Yeah. Until then, what to do? Should you do those previous things? In ISKCON, if you ask many of the gurus, they will not emphasize that you have to continue those Gayatri. If you want to do, you may do. If you are not getting time, if you are chanting Hare Krishna, good enough. Because eventually you will get Brahman Diksha in ISKCON. And 7 Gayatris you will do 3 times a day. And actually, Mamo Partha and all those things you do in the beginning you do, no? Those things are all preparatory preliminaries which you do to enter into the Gayatri. But actually, when you get Gayatri in ISKCON, when you do, that has many more Kama Gayatri, Guru Gayatri, Gaura Gayatri, many Gayatris are there in that. So, in my case, I also was wearing sacred thread before coming to ISKCON. So I asked my spiritual master what I should do. He said, if your family members will be upset if you remove it. If you want to keep it, you may keep it. But when you come to ISKCON on the day of Brahman Diksha, I got from Guru and the old one I removed. Correct? No? Took from the spiritual master. But I was also doing Gayatris before. You can put the battery. I was also putting Gayatri, doing before. And then later on, after chanting 16 rounds, it was difficult. I couldn't continue. Instead of 3 times a day, I was doing once. It may be difficult because we have a lot of services to do also. Correct, no? Yeah. So if you focus on your chanting Hare Krishna properly, 16 rounds, and do your services, and you are also sheltered in a spiritual master already, properly situated, nothing to worry. Thank you. Anybody else?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, I have a question on, you mentioned about position and as well as disease service. It's very easy to get attached to the results. We can say that we read the philosophy and we say that we need to offer Krishna.
Yeah.
But sometimes it feels demotivating to not think about the results. So, how do you...
Why Krishna says that? You can read the verse 18.24. In 18.24, Krishna says, 3 specific words he uses. Why we should give up the fruity mentality. He says, Kamepsuna, Bahulayasam, Sa Ahankarena. These are the 3 words he uses. He says, Ahankar means, I was the first one to start this. No one else has, no one will be able to do it. If I don't do it, the whole thing will become closed down. It cannot happen. Now, without me, things cannot go on, And no one can do the work the way I have done. These kind of things are called ahankar, correct? No? So ahankarana means one considers I am the doer, like that. And one is unable to share the credit with others due to false ego, correct? No? So, although many hands are put together to do something wonderful. So, this is called as ahankarena. So, from doership, we should go to the consciousness of divine consciousness. I'll tell you why we should go to divine consciousness. I'll tell you the reason. Say, somebody comes and batters the door of Krishnadas, some devotee. So, Krishnadas now opens the door. So, you can say that Krishnadas opened the door. Correct, no? Or you can say Krishnadas's right hand opened the door. Or Krishnadas's right hand, indication finger and the thumb together opened the door. Which one people will say? Krishnadas opened the door. Correct, no? We'll say like that. In the same manner, we are say 2 part and parcels. 2 devotees did some wonderful service. But these 2 devotees are not independent. They are connected to a spiritual master or the local authorities. And local authority is not independent. They are connected to GBC and ISKCON. And then the GBC is not independent. They are connected to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada also always recognizes that he is connected to Krishna. So all are part and parcels of whom? Krishna. So when a part and parcel is able to do something, that is because of its connection. Without the connection, it cannot do anything. Correct, no? So therefore we recognize, you cut off from the body, you take this finger and keep it on a table. Can the finger do anything? Can it do anything? It cannot do anything. Like hand, for example, it can grasp objects. If something falls on me, I can stop it. Somebody comes to hit me, I can punch on his nose. And I can play mridangam. I can do so many activities. But if this hand is cut and kept on a table, what's the use of this hand? So my ability to do anything comes from my connection to Krishna. So because of that, recognizing myself as an ansh of Krishna, the ansh should give the credit to the Purna. You understand? No? So ahankar means to not see the connection. That's what happened with Indra. Indra, every year he was giving rainwater. Now who gave him that post of becoming Indra? Who gave him? Huh? Krishna gave him. Now who taught him how to keep the reservoirs of water and then store it and then give it to all the people, correct? No? All this is actually bestowed by Krishna, but he totally, Mayaiva vihitan hitan, Krishna says that. Sataya shradhya yuktas tasya radhana vihate labantehu tatakaman Mayaiva vihitan hitan. I only actually have given them the resources to give. I only give them the talent. I only give them the ability, everything. Buddhir buddhimatam asmi balam balavatam saham. So not see that upward connection and see only the downward connection. Indra thought me and the Vajavasis. He thought like that. And that ahankara Krishna wanted to remove. Correct, no? So now you may have a question. Why Krishna has made the system like this, that we have to connect with him and we have to depend on him. We are also trying to do something. Why not we take the credit? Actually, we are Anu Chid Vastu and Krishna is Brihat Chid Vastu. So he is Paratantra and he is Swatantra and we are Paratantra. So now if a child says, why am I Paratantra? Why am I subordinate to my parents? Why I can't do like my parents? Like say, father is going on a horseback around the ground. If a small boy, son says, I also want to go on a horseback, is it good for him? And the horse may overthrow him. Because the kid. Similarly, imagine if a Jiva tells Krishna and Goloka that, my dear Lord, you move aside. I want to be the center of the Goloka. And I will run. Why we cannot run? If we take such a lead role in the place of Krishna, we cannot be non-exploitative like him. Like Krishna is Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. He is the master of all the worlds, but he never sits in the throne. He always puts his devotees. He never takes credit for his actions. He is actually helping Arjuna win the battle of Kurukshetra, but credit is saying that, he says in that famous verse, Tasmatma Buddhishta Yasholapasva. You take the gross credit, which is kingdom, subtle credit, which is the fame. Both you take, Arjuna, is saying. When Bhima killed Jarasandha, Krishna gave the credit to Bhima. He told Bhima that go and tell Yudhishthira that you have finished him. And Bhima didn't take the name of Krishna. Krishna helped me. He didn't say that. He said, Jarasandha is finished. And the whole appreciation who got? Bhima got. So, because that's the meaning of God. God is not only great in power, He is also great in mercy. He is also great in beauty. He is also great in strength. And He is also great in being free from false ego also. He is the greatest and he is riding the chariot of Arjuna. So, because he is great in everything, he should be given the most important position. Because we are not so great and we are trouble creators, we should actually feel that even though I am a trouble creator, still Lord has accepted me as an instrument in His hands. My only joy is, Lord didn't ignore me, Lord didn't separate me from Him. He has allowed me to be in a glorious spiritual movement like this, and He is allowing me to do some little service. Although many times our service is tainted by our false ego, Lord is accepting it. So honestly speaking, if you ask me, I feel grateful that despite my false ego, He has kept me so many years in the company of devotees. I feel very grateful. Actually a jiva feels, I don't deserve anything. Even the shelter that He is providing me, I don't deserve. So if Lord keeps me in His feet, I am very happy. So in that resides the greatest joy. Like for example, a wife is cooking, cleaning at home. She is doing all the services. She has washed the clothes and dried and folded and kept. Husband is coming from the company. And when he sees everything very wonderful, who feels happy? Husband feels happy or wife feels happy? Who feels happy? Both feel happy. Both get happiness. Husband feels happy about his wife's dedicated activities. And wife feels happy that husband is smiling happily. So she is very happy also, correct? So in the same manner, the jiva's happiness lies in unassuming service. And then Krishna gives all the credit to the jiva. Like you see, Prabhupada was busy in America trying to make Krishna famous. But Krishna made who famous? Prabhupada famous. So a devotee want to make Krishna famous. Krishna tries to make devotee famous. Devotee doesn't say, I did all the work, I opened ISKCON, why should I give credit to Krishna? And he doesn't say that. He says everything, I am an insignificant beggar, he says. Correct, no? Actually, the purer we become, more we will assume that role of idam na mama. Nothing is done by me. That's actually something which all of us have to endeavor for. Om Tat Sat. We have to do that. Offering all the fruits to him. Clear, na? So that was 18.24. We can literally read. Sahankarena and Bahulayasam and Kamepsana. Those 3 words are there in that verse. Yeah.
Hare
Krishna.
Thank you. One question I have is about Kunti Devi. Was able to visualize or see what's happening in the room. How can you understand?
Which one is he visualizing?
Yeah, when the Brahmastra came.
Oh, right. Oh, that is not a very great thing. Lord will reveal to the devotees as much as they need to know. Correct, no? Like, for example, how Prabhupada is able to understand which disciple needs what. Prabhupada said that Krishna will guide the Guru to such an extent that he will be able to guide the disciple. That much he will reveal. Jiva need not be all-knowing. Krishna is all-knowing. But Krishna can reveal to them so that she can reveal it to the world. Correct, no? How Prabhupada is writing commentaries, because Krishna revealed to him. Prabhupada says, Krishna spoke and I wrote, he says. Otherwise, how we will have such nice Bhaktivedanta purports? Correct, no? Yeah. So there is one lecture called as How to Make the Heart Holy. So there I have elaborately spoken this. If any of you have time, you can hear that. And how to hear Bhagavatam, and how to chant the holy name, and how to associate with devotees, all that is explained there elaborately. I only showed you one table here, but if you hear that lecture, I am showing the whole notes and explaining that. That will be helpful. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
I have one question related to Mangalarti.
Yeah.
I usually, after finishing chanting, I do Mangalarti. Do you recommend
Chanting is very good first. First you can do chanting and then you can do Mangalarti. Because chanting is more important. And if time permits, you can do Mangalarti. If morning time is not there, we can do Gaur Arati in the evening. Any one Arati in a day, either morning and evening. But more priority out of Aratis and chanting is chanting. That's one. Thank you. There is one hand up here also. Let us take one question. Rohini Dulal Prabhu and Medhavani Saki Mataji. Both of you? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Krishna.
Prabhuji, in the purport they say that any one of the processes is good enough to give the...
Correct. You know the famous verse, Parikshit Shravane, like that. There is one, Navavida Bhakti, one person perfected by doing one of those 9 items. There is a verse. You heard that?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
And we also see that if there is only kirtan without Shravan of the Lord, the person may become sentimental without understanding.
No, for example, if somebody is doing kirtan, say for example, Shukadev is doing kirtan, but how is he doing kirtan? Is he doing with knowledge, or is he just doing kirtan by imagining?
With knowledge.
Yeah. So otherwise, if anybody is doing only singing, and that singing will often be done in a mood of entertainment. I play mridangam very nicely, or I play harmonium, I am a great singer, so many people are taking my video and I got 1 million views or 2 million views. Then how is that considered like a proper kirtanam? That kirtanam is not very beneficial. I won't say it's totally unbeneficial. Some benefit will be there. Ajna Sukriti will be there. But if one wants to get the full benefit of kirtanam, that should be done with knowledge. Yo mameva sammudho janati purushottamam sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. One should know Krishna without any illusion. Yo mameva sammudho, he says. That type of kirtan should be done. So nobody should even start Kirtan unless they have heard in Guru Parampara. We have no right to speak about Krishna unless we have heard. You get initiated, take shelter of Guru, hear in Guru Parampara, then only your Kirtan can start. Otherwise, Kirtan is a utpataya kalpate otherwise. Correct, no?
Yes.
Yeah. And then Medavanisaki Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah.
Audible Prabhu?
Yeah, audible. Tell me.
Okay, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for your association. Prabhuji, my question is, you gave that self-diagnosis, those 5 points for
Correct.
self-introspection.
Correct.
So, I was just contemplating on that, Prabhu. So sometimes, due to our conditioning, our profession, etc., like I'm a chartered accountant, so I'm used to seeing faults. In a PPT, I'm supposed to put out faults only and give. So that is percolating to the spiritual life also. And that's why probably Guru Maharaj has given me the server proofreading, the transcription, proofreading where I pick out the faults only. So that percolates even, like the other day I was asking about the Tulsi Maharani and that Gaurnitai thing, na? So somewhere, my eyes are looking for faults, Prabhu. Is that an anartha that I should learn to overlook things, Prabhu?
See, once His Holiness Chandramali Maharaj told one devotee in Pune, if you are very critical, you will be critical of the atheists and defeat their misconceptions by philosophy. That's very good. But you should not apply that critical nature on the devotees unnecessarily. If you are a spiritual guardian, you are going to benefit a devotee and uplift a devotee, then you are finding fault is meaningful, useful, beneficial. Otherwise, if our critical nature is considered as a blasphemy by many others, then if it's not helping people, then what's the use of such critical nature, isn't it? My Guru Maharaj used to say that you can pamper people or chastise people, either of the two you can do, provided you uplift them. Like Vidura chastised.
Like a kind of a suggestion we can give, Prabhu, that service, it can be done, like my Guru Maharaj, when I asked him, he told that you can ask like a question, do you think it would be better if we do it like this, But then I was thinking that, some of them are my peers and some of them may be seniors also. They may not like it, like you mentioned.
Yeah, if you think they are senior, they may not like it, then you need not give. You need not give. Actually, seniors, whatever way they do, let them do it. If they ask you, do you have alternative idea, then you may give.
Yes.
Otherwise, you just flow with the people. Actually, in case people find that you are always giving ideas and other things, you may become alienated. People may keep distance from you. If you want to flow with the devotees, sometimes one more thing you can do. In case you have your own area, in that area you can implement your idea, and not expect everybody else to implement it. And others you implement only. Therefore, it is said that if you give idea without their asking you, your idea will be not entertained. It will be thrown away, and you will feel very dejected also. I gave such a nice idea, they didn't take it. So we don't.
It might also be Vaishnava Aparadha when you are unsolicited.
Yeah, unsolicited guidance we should not give to anybody. Somebody who's considering you a Shiksha Guru and they're asking you, I am having some problem, please help me. Then only we can help. You catch some devotee and give a feedback, they will say, mind your own business, they will say. Then we will.
Prabhu, it is not like somebody we catch, but when we are doing a seva together, that time we suggest that, okay, this way it will be better like that. Although they don't ask us.
Yeah, but it depends on your relationship with them. What is the relationship? Are they your junior? Are they have they got some kind of affection, respect for you? Only then you can give them. Correct, no? Without any relationship, only one thing you can do, which is offering them praises. You can praise anybody you want in this world.
Yes, Prabhu.
When it comes to feedback, you can only give provided they are very close to you, known to you, some bond connection is there, okay?
Okay, Prabhu. One more thing, Prabhuji. You were talking about like a dry chanting where there is no prayerful mood.
Yeah.
And we are just doing caught up in the service, mechanical kind of that.
Yeah.
But Prabhu, right now, what I feel generally is when we have a prayerful mood also, it is, if we are in some issue, some material issue is there also, then we become more dependent on the Lord. Oh Lord, please help so that I am able to chant and render devotional service. But then the prayerful mood for serving the Lord, that prayerful mood is not arising in the heart, Prabhu. So it is.
See, Swayameva Spuratyadaha, it is said. Spurti means the Lord will inspire us, and we have to wait patiently for that. That famous verse, Tattenu Kampamba says, we have to patiently wait for it because we have to qualify for it. Then the Lord will open the heart door. There is a body door, mind door, and heart door. Body door, mind door we can open, but heart door cannot be opened by us. When Lord is pleased, He will respond. Until then, we have to look at our attitudes and keep polishing and improving ourselves. Actually, the early stages of clearing the dualities in the mind, mind chasing after the dualities of pleasure and pain, honor, dishonor, those things we have to cross over. Then the prayerful attitude will arise. That's what I was telling. Kunti Mani is first talking about how Lord benefited her and family. Then she's talking about how the Lord benefited other devotees. Then she is seeing Krishna's divine qualities and pastimes irrespective of this material world. That's very advanced stage. So, as we grow from lower to higher stages, then the prayerful mood will become a natural phenomenon. One last...
and this self introspection, in what frequency we should do, Prabhu?
Oh.
Ekadashi,
Ekadashi, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Ekadashi, you should check how you are improving in every aspect of spiritual life. Your morning program, your chanting. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that. Yeah, we can do that. Here locally, there is one question here. Mataji, you had a question?
Thank you.
No, you go ahead.
Again, go ahead, please. Yes, please. Hare Krishna.
Yes, sir. You mentioned the use of the word passion and ignorance and the absence of motivation because of which our tasks are not performed or even our kirtan is not performed correctly. Maybe my question is that of etymology, or maybe it is that of an understanding behind why passion was used negatively in this context, or maybe what is the connection between...
Actually, non-devotees in the outside world, when they use the word passion, they use it in the meaning of inner calling. Inner calling. They say, I have a passion for, protecting the cows. I have a passion for helping the differently abled children. Like that, they use the word passion, the outside world. I am using the passion in the context of Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, the word passion is called as Rajoguna. Sattoguna, Rajoguna, Tamaguna. So here the Rajoguna, the Rajas means aggression. If one has that aggressive nature, then in devotional service, that leads to fruity mentality. Is it clear? Yeah, Maji, your question? There is a good side of passion, there is a bad side of passion. Good side of passion, actually, like a flood cannot do any good. But if flood is put inside a dam, then it can do good. So our passion subdued by goodness can do great good. Yeah. Thank you.
My question is from that sentence you had in the PPT that Kshanam is seeing the deity active reception of the Lord's form. So could you elaborate on the active reception?
Correct. Actually, when the deity can be seen in three ways. The Jada Drishti and Manomaya Drishti and Chinmaya Drishti. This is explained by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Jayavadharma explains. He says that Jada Drishti means people see the deity as a beautiful doll. Like you can see many people coming to Mayapur Dham. One man was commenting, hey, look at this Krishna and all the Gopi dolls, they are all very beautiful, he was telling. He was thinking that it's some kind of doll, he was thinking. Then Manomaya Drishti means a person understands that, the Lord is standing here and the Prana Pratishtha is done. And then he becomes attracted to the personality of God, and that enters his mind. Even before the altar opens, he can see the form in the mind. Just like a mother can think of the child's form, even in the absence of the child. Correct, no? Manomaya Drishti is advanced stage, because you can only remember a person whom you love. So mother loves a child, so she can remember. Like that, a devotee has attraction. Then Chinmaya Drishti means a person does not see the deity as made of any material elements. He only sees it's made up of Sachidananda Vigraha. Pratimattu Vinahi Sakshat Rajendra Nandan, he says. Oh, my dear Lord, you are not any murti made of material elements. You are Sakshat Krishna, just like you see this Radheshyamdas. This is one of my favorite darshans. This is of the Sharad Purnima dress. So many people, like one couple came to Pune. Almost they traveled 1,000 miles and came. First time they came to Pune temple. I asked them, how did you come? They saw this Radheshyamdas in some, while Google search they were doing, They saw this and they wanted to know where are they from, want to see. And then at last they found out in this is Pune. So they had traveled to come and see. How I came to know? Because they were standing in front of the deity for a couple of hours, taking photo from different angles. And then I came to know when I met them and asked them, they were saying they were very attracted, correct, no? Of course, they are not pure devotees yet. Even now, without that, they are feeling attraction. But the attraction is very favorable. If one is attracted to the deity form of the Lord, then one considers him like a person. It's not that he is not a person, he is person only. But due to our material vision, we see him materially. Correct, no? But if we transcend that and we can see him as, just see the Lord is so great, he has become available to us, in front of us. He's coming and giving darshan and accepting my worship, hearing my prayer. There is one verse which says, Lord will also speak back to the devotee if a devotee is very advanced. We can offer our prayers, Sakam Vacham Spuriniya Madanti, like that Bhagavatam says that. Like Varadaraj used to speak to Kanchipurna, like that. Many great devotees have done that and spoken to Lord, like Madhavendra Puri, for example. Sakshi Gopal also. Right? So we are not in that level of Chinmaya Drishti. So next best is the Manomaya Drishti. Developing, that is one reason why if we keep on serving one deity over a period of time, that affection develops. Like this Mataji, she has a small boy. How old is he? 2 years now. What's his name? Yeah. Now she keeps bathing Mohan, dressing Mohan, sending him to school, bringing him back, feeding him. So even when Mohan is in school, she can remember his form, correct? Because of repeatedly serving. So same thing happens with the deity worshippers also. When they worship the deity, they develop affection, attraction for the Lord. Eventually it becomes very personal relationship with the deity. And then they will no more see the deity as an ordinary doll or anything like that. That's the purpose of deity worship. Deity worship, actually you by doing deity worship, you come to a point where the Lord enters your heart. Prabhupada says a pujari, at the time of death, will see the form of the deity he served for decades. And then seeing that form, he will go back to Godhead. Prabhupada says, one place. Is it clear? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
I'll just quickly give a summary. So you started speaking about Navadvita Bhakti,
Yes.
importance of Shravana, and chanting Srimad Bhagavatam Kirtan, all are glorifying Lord. And you also talked about the compliments that are to be heard, and the pastime between Kunti Maharani and Krishna. Kunti Maharani says, life is inauspicious without Krishna. And Prahlad Maharaj, Guru Maharaj example, where Krishna touched and they got purified. He also gave Madhurashtakam, talked about Madhurashtakam, that
Yes.
God is most beautiful in all his activities, an example of Ranganath. Kirtan and deity worship should be done in a proper mood.
Yes.
And you talked about the pastimes in Kanchipuram, how the Lord is pleased with Ranganath, and also about competition in devotees for Kirtan and dressing. We have to always look for the pleasure of Lord, keep Lord in the center. More we hear the glories of the Lord, that is the most important. Example of Srila Prabhupada, he stayed back to purify himself before taking the darshan of the Lord.
Yes.
Also, we must have a yatra consciousness. We go to yatras, we take pictures. That is not abuse. So we need to understand that katha about the holy place is the most important. First Shruta and then Ikshata. We should see through the ears. Example of the lemon juice in laboratory. We have to believe in our ears.
After hearing Shastras, we must see the world not with our mundane eyes. We have to be internally pure. Lord manifests in the heart of the pure devotees. Also, you analyzed about the unholy and holy heart. We should look at the good side of the people and fan that spark and not rather find faults. Example of Jambuvan, who gave opportunity to Hanuman. So we have to give opportunity to others. And example of our beloved temple president, based on the order of Guru and Krishna, how he came and he's fulfilling. We have to connect to the Guru Parampara. Example of Prahlad Maharaj, become better connected to the Guru Parampara. And service is motivated by the Antaranga Shakti. Services should sprout from inside out and not for name, fame, glory, and not driven by passion and ignorance.
Yes.
Even though by that too the devotees get purified. One should not be self-centered. One should be very prayerful and eager to serve more and more. And one should give importance and credit to the Purna. Everything, ability, buddhi, all knowledge is given by Krishna. Krishna wanted to remove the ahankar of Indra, that example.
Yes.
And we are Paratantra. And if we keep ourselves in center, we cannot...
We are dependent, Krishna is independent. Yes.
And if we keep ourselves in center, we cannot be non-exploitative. Hence, there's a comparison why if we keep ourselves... Krishna is always non-exploitative, and he's... and Krishna's example of giving credit to Bhima in killing Jarasandha. Krishna is the greatest in mercy in everything. And Lord is accepting our service even after a false ego. Jiva is happy in unassuming service. Devotees want to give credit to Krishna, and Krishna wants to give credit to devotees. So offering all fruits to him. And Krishna reveals how much devotees need to know. So finally, you talked about the importance of uplifting others.
Yes.
Constructive feedback is important, and Lord will respond to us when we are qualified. Always the prayerful attitude is the most important, along with introspection. So, very wonderful lecture, bro. We are very much fortunate and blessed to have you. We'd like you to keep coming, and please bless us with your kind words.
Thank you.
We'd like to...
you got a good summary made, huh? Very good.
We'd like to, for Prabhu's benefit, we'd like to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Thank you.
Thank you.